This quarter of SEN Football is brought to you by the experts in diamonds. Go to adc.com.au.
Welcome back to Etihad Stadium. Ground and weather for Charlie Battisti and Co. Melbourne's finest prestige vehicle repair facility. 10 degrees outside, heading for 12, but it's perfect in here. Brent Anderson's downstairs for poweryourbusiness.com.au. Business coaching gets real results. Anything for us, BA?
No, nothing, Andy, really major on the injury front for both teams for Medimate. The only thing in that quarter was in the second term was Mark Bagley coming off with a cut to the head, but he came back on and took a cracking contested mark there. It's pretty hard to watch the footy and also pay attention to the fight on Twitter, but we'll keep hanging in there.
How's the fight going, Ox, from McGregor Portables?
Well, McGregor, thank you to Portables, is in front after 5 rounds.
Well,
Rubbish.
Well, you haven't been watching it.
He won because I was working. He won the 5th, Mayweather.
Yeah, he did win the 5th, but lost 2nd, 3rd,
That's all right.
and 4th.
There's 12 rounds.
Well, I didn't say he'd won the fight. I said he was in front.
8-4.
Third quarter for the Australian Diamond Company. We do the right thing by you because it matters to us. adc.com.au.
Second half underway. Bombers looking to play finals in 2017. They're 20 points in front. 5 picks it up, got rid of the footy, got it out towards Hill. Wrapped up in the tackle. Could be a free. Soft one too, for too high. Hill, centre of the ground, plays on. Could be. No call back. He's got to call a 50 and he checked his whistle. That was going to be against Zaharakis. Goes in short. Oh, shocking. Tepavani! He's picked it up. Drives the ball inside, attacking 50. Joe Danaher! Run onto a young fella, needs a bounce. Didn't get one. Shocking. Cox is there as well. Over the top. Now Danaher wraps him up in the tackle. It's holding the ball! Great decision, umpire. You've got to give it an attempt. You've got to get it out. Ross Lyon pulls his wispy locks and says, why didn't you get it out?
He did well in the first place, Ryan, didn't he? I mean, his chase and commitment was outstanding.
Yeah, it was Ryan. It wasn't Cox. It was Ryan.
I looked at the Chemist Warehouse replay screen and look, he tried to get it out. Danaher tackled it. I don't know about that one.
Tough call.
I don't know about that one. He attempted to get it out.
Danaher comes in. Oh, he's hit the John Yost.
Ox.
And not from far out either. 20 metres out, and
it's a different approach and follow through every second time with Danaher. That one he's hanging out to the left like he's posing at the front of the MCG.
You'd rather
statue.
Kick from 50, wouldn't you?
Just do the same kicks, bud.
Johnson goes short to Hamlin. Just got to be better with the ball use, Fremantle. They are coughing it up far too regularly.
Well, they're going at 66 by foot.
That's
percent
a
by foot.
Horrible kick from
Hamlin. I think
Hamlin.
it was touched off the boot.
He did get close to the man on the mark, Subin, who got put in the can by Dell at half-time. Gets the kick, but Ambrose cuts it off. Drives Essendon back into attack. Good spoil. Stewart was in front. Knocked away from him. Parrish at centre-half forward. Gets the footy at ground level. Goes out the back to Kelly. He farms it further backwards to Bell Chambers. Likewise to Goddard. He goes back even further to Gleeson, who's on the defensive side of the centre circles. He chips it in short to Ambrose, who was the last man to launch it inside 50. He goes sideways to McGrath. Got Goddard, who's already started racking them up where he left off in the opening half. Takes the space in front of him, drives it into the pocket. Danaher again playing for the free kick.
Look at Danaher.
That's stupid.
Look, and he looks up for the umpire and sits on his hands and knees and says, I just don't get it at times. That's the next level for his game. Anytime he gets body contact, he's the first to hit the deck. He won't like what he saw there, Ox.
No, and neither will the coach. You've got to play the footy. Fremantle, they get the clearance. Good work by Ryan, who's been very, very good. Ball was extracted by Kelly. Back to Bagley, back to Zaharakis in the centre of the ground. He needs to pick it up.
Shaky.
Ballantyne and Hill. He's got it. He's loose. He's inside the centre square. He needs help. Needs someone to come at him. That's Tabernar. Look up. Drives it inside, attacking 50. Fly the footy. Shocking kid.
He's tried to hit the roof.
Punched away there, and really well done by Ambrose, and Hartley was there as well. Just shocking effort there by Tabernar.
Well, it's actually footy smarts, isn't it? Bradley Hill looked up. A good forward would get forward of the ball a lot quicker. They just don't react when they get the ball forward of the centre enough, the Fremantle forwards.
Essendon crowd a little bit stunned here.
There they are.
They thought it would have been easier work than this, but Fremantle pushing them after being beaten the last 2 weeks by 100+ points. Fife got it, extracted it. He has a shot. It's picked up beauty. Chisholm and Gaiman, goal of the day. Oh, that was beautiful play, Nat Fife. Got two. And the Dockers come a little bit closer. 6-3-39. Essendon 8-6-54.
Well, 15 disposals, 11 contested ball, 5 clearances and a goal from a clearance. That's just Nathan Fyfe at his absolute best. We can be critical that he doesn't get a ball on the outside enough. And why wouldn't you? Have a look at him in there. It's 1 on 6.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
With 3 players hanging off him, and he kicks a goal. That is
people have been very critical of his season, saying he hasn't had a great year. He's averaging 26. That's his 16th goal for the year. 17th goal for the year. So it's not like he's been dreadful. It just hasn't been his Brownlow brilliance, but he's still contributed and led very well.
He's trying hard too, just walks out of the centre clearance, drives it long, turn around, Cox, goes up with the one hand, brings it to ground. Bagley's got to be good play for the free kick, and G got it.
Watch the head come up here on the Chemist Warehouse from Bagley.
He wanted it. He got it against
sloppy though. It was sloppy.
Yeah, it was sloppy. Shoot from the hips with the arms.
Ambrose. Short to Bell Chambers, who marked, still in defensive 50. 8-6-54, the Bombers, 6-3-39.
He's been good, Bell Chambers.
The Dockers, 5 minutes gone, Sights and Stores scoreboard.
Telling James Kelly to get away.
McGregor starting to tire, gents.
If he's not allowed to do it, Kelly, then...
Is he?
I don't know, it's just shut up, Andrew. Short ball to Gleeson, still in defensive 50.
Sorry, Andy.
No, you're right. No, I was having a go at myself and talking about something that just didn't want to waste any more time on. Laverde in front of Suckley.
The football.
You're having a private conversation.
I was a little bit, yeah. McGrath, Heppel, walks through the traffic. Watson, hands again. Laverde got to be good here. Wrapped up. Kirsten. He did try and defend. You're right.
He ducked. If you get the ball and duck, it means you've had prior.
Third quarter, the Australian Diamond Company will do the right thing by you because it matters to us. adc.com.au.
We don't like talking about the umpire, Spud. That's clear.
They've had a Barry Crocker.
But
Mollison has been a muppet.
If that was in Perth, that's a free kick.
Yeah, they've had a Barry Crocker.
Mundy is retreating. Oh, gets around Parrish. Nice 1-2. Got the kick up towards half forward. Essendon with their numbers back, and Big Tom. Bell Chambers takes a ripper.
Taverner's got to halve that contest.
Back to Kelly, back to Gleeson, the man with the little arms, but gee, he's got a big ticker to McGrath. Over the top. Now they're running, and they're running really well. Ambrose is one of them, and he hits the young man. Begley laces out. He wants to go to Joe. Good pressure there by Freo. Now Hocking. Goes backwards. Stewart can snap and kicks a ripper! He's got 2. Bombers have got 9. Great work. Essendon 9-6-60. Freo 6-3-39. And that's on the Sights and Stores scoreboard. Custom digital marketing services for small businesses.
Well, Jimmy Stewart, he just kicks those sort of not conventional sort of tall forward goals. It's more goals from play. And that's where he's such a good player. His first goal of the game was an absolute cracker. Then he competes with the ball, and Stewart just hangs around and then just snaps it over his left shoulder for a goal, and a much needed goal for mine. Fremantle kicked the first goal, Essendon just kicked the steadier.
Well, the beauty about Stewart on his non-preferred snap, he doesn't try and boot it. No. And often that's a mistake from young kids, trying to kick it so hard. He kicks through it like a nice golf swing.
Back in the middle, Mundy working hard, gets it to Fyfe. Fyfe gets it out to Brad Hill, needs a bounce. Gets it, give it back to Fyfe. He does, runs to the arc on the left, pokes it in towards Ballantyne, who marks and should get 50.
Well, Fyfe's the one at the moment.
Fyfe is playing
red
a
alert,
game of footy. Red
alert for Fyfe. John Worsfold, the coach's box, will be looking at Fyfe and saying he's having too much impact.
He was dealt with after he took the mark then. Chemist Warehouse replay. I reckon if that was in Subi, would that? I would have thought about taking.
Well, I reckon you get a let. No, you get a let off if it's Ballantyne.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's got one of those hittable heads.
Free shot, you're saying.
Yeah.
25 out, 45-degree angle. He's going to hit the post here. It had the post written all over it from the moment it left his boot.
Well, that's what happens when you try to steer them through rather than kicking them through.
9-6-60, 6-4-40. Sights and Stores scoreboard. Custom digital marketing services, David, for small businesses.
The Bombers, they bring it into Hartley, deep in the pocket.
Any update around
McGregor
the ground for
tiring,
McGregor
but still in front.
I've never heard a bloke barrack so hard for a $30 bottle of wine in my life.
Back into Bagley. Don't know what you're talking about. Bagley goes in towards Stewart. Good kick, good mark. He's on half back. He's a long way up the ground.
Got Myers on.
Stewart goes long. Oh, beautiful kick.
That's a great kick. Good lead.
Well picked out there, Nicky Dell.
Myers came from the centre of the oval, ran back on a 45, found the space.
Watch his kick sideways. He'll do a floater not bad along down the line. Up against, should have been a free kick.
Yeah, it was.
Danaher is playing not a nice game of footy.
No, Hamling's done a great job on him.
Considering what he can do, goes backwards. Fremantle just controlling. Good work there by Hamling to find Ryan. Comes inboard to Hill. Still deep in the fence. He wants to go right up the middle. It's a risky kick. They gave it to Griffin, who's been excellent. Got the loose player out wide. Now this is where it gets interesting for Fremantle, because Bennell now comes up at the footy and takes a ripper. Oh! He wanted to go. And Bennell said no. Not with Bagley, not with the headband. And Bennell has marked 40. He'll kick from 36.
Oh, no.
He goes in short, misses the kick.
Oh, what a kick.
Oh, and
That's the
Hempel
game
cuts
breaker.
it off, and that could just about put a knife through Fremantle's chest.
Just kick the goal, son.
He's good enough to kick that goal.
Yes.
Zaharakis goes short to Kelly.
That's a man who hasn't played for 2 years.
Let's go back and take the shot. It's 25 metres out. He goes short.
He's not a forward.
Bagley.
Forwards take on that responsibility and kick the goal.
He kicked six one day for
Forwards pretend like they're looking for that target and kick it themselves.
Yeah. One of the great pretenders.
Zaharakis to Goddard.
He'll lead the target. He'll
number
switch
23
it. He'll switch it.
For Dodo stats.
Goddard on track for 40.
Oh, now this is
look at
this is a dead set pinch. It's a pinch. Crozier can still get there. Kelly. Oh, he tries to poke it off the ground. Big turnover here. Potential. Kelly calm and composed. He does turn it over. Fremantle are 50-50. The Zaharakis goes in. Gets it back to Kelly. Breaks the Crozier tackle.
Gone.
Turns it over again. Surely this time.
Oh, look at this.
Cox. Walks it in and kicks the
Kelly.
goal. There were about 5 turnovers in a row there, and Cox eventually kicked the goal.
I think his legs crumbled underneath.
No, he's retired at the right time, James.
9-6-60 Essendon, 7-4-46 the Dockers.
His legs stop.
Hanging around Dallin Spud for Gin Hang. All of those numbers on the Sites and Stores scoreboard.
Nah, they're just hanging around, Freo. This is an interesting game now. If Freo can be in this position with 10 minutes to play in the game, it is up for grabs, because all the mental pressure and fatigue will be on Essendon. They're just expected to win, and no one thought Freo were going to really push them to this far, even in the game. So the longer they're in the game, the longer they get a lot more confidence. And if Fife and Hill and Mundy, who've really started this third quarter, keep going, it's a red alert. Rebounds.
Rebounds. Joe Danaher in the ruck up against Griffin, who's been, I say, he's been very good today.
Jacob Mollison's the umpire.
Yep.
That's better.
Up it goes. Good work on that occasion. Coming through Fremantle. They're away. Here, Crozier running. Got to get the handle away. That was from Kirsten. Griffin, who's been good. Gets it up towards Taberner. One out. Oh, good pressure. Oh, coming through Sheridan. Picks it up. He's kicked it.
Oh, look at this. Get around him.
Chesapeake gave a goal of the day.
Get around him.
He's got 2.
Oh, centre clearances. This is... Have a look at the Dodo stat sheet here. If you think Essendon were going to come out and win the game, have a look at this, Del. There's been 7 clearances, all won by Fremantle.
Yep.
They've been in 6 times for 3 goals won. Could have quite easily been 4 with the battle turnover. And it's on the back of all the clearances there, and Mundy's the one in the middle. He has been on fire. This game now is on a knife's edge.
There are some red and black sphincters around here tightening
there's
right now.
45,000 people here. And you've just got that feeling.
You can't hear
nervousness.
You could hear a pin drop.
This quarter for the Australian Diamond Company. We do the right thing by you because it matters to us. adc.com.au. Watson goes in, wrapped up by Neil at the restart. Trying to get out his Danaher. Ballantyne's in there. Farms it out the back to Sutcliffe. To Neil. Wheels around. They go forward again. Fremantle. Up towards Taberner. Reading off his hands is Stephen Hill. Got Heppel covered for the time being. Works onto his left. Comes back inboard to Weller. Got a bit of time. Sizes it up. Out to Hamling. Back to Weller. Weller now drives it up to half forward. Hugging the boundary line. Taberner got hands on it off hands. Out of bounds.
Got to get Bell Chambers back on the ground. He's had a rest. They are getting smashed at centre clearances and stoppages around the ground. Need to get their number 1 ruckman back in the position that he belongs.
Middle of the 9th round, and Pierre, our panel op, who knows nothing about boxing, reckons Mayweather's in front for the first time.
Of course he is. Trying to rip it out of there was Subin. Fife working hard, can't get it forward, ends up with Collier.
And Orazio's in that fight as well.
Yeah. Out to Hempel, up towards the centre wing, and pitches on the logo, anybody's ball. 50-50 contest. Stewart did well. Out to Merritt.
Oh.
Merritt comes into a 50-50 contest in the middle of the ground.
Well done.
Good work from Sutcliffe. Takes the mark there, a chance out to Ballantyne.
Out to Ballantyne now in centre wing. Hill's going over the top, and you've overshot it, Hayden. Bagley will run onto it. Good work, Pennell. Oh, he didn't show enough toe there. Bagley got away. Tipham Woody's out. Centre wing. Loose players everywhere. Finds one. Hocking. He'll turn. Stops. Props. Goes now. Gets it in towards the hot
Good
spot.
kick.
Beautiful kick. Oh, wonderful kick.
What about Hayden Ballantyne's turnover, guys?
Verde clunker.
No, it was a beautiful mark, but Brad Hill worked his backside off to get to the 45. Ballantyne ignored it, kicked it to a 3-on-1.
Yep.
That is a turnover that really does hurt Freo.
And I don't mind Brad Hill doing that running pattern, running in behind the man on the mark, being that overlap handball, because it creates space in the corridor.
The fight's over.
It's over.
I'll come to that in a second. Laverde comes in. More important stuff here at Etihad. And Laverde's kicked it. The Bombers have got 10, then 10-6, 66. 3:08.4:52. Mayweather wins.
Yep.
Mayweather wins. Referee stops it. McGregor out.
In the 9th.
Yeah, he hasn't got much to say now, McGregor.
10th.
Yes, he
Tenth
has.
now.
He's got 150
No,
million.
yeah, fair enough. And he's not
done
bruised
well
either,
for the
so he's
Bombers.
done well.
14 points in front, 10 minutes to go, third term here. Andy Marr happy. Very, very happy.
Some of us thought that Mayweather wouldn't even need to go to 9 rounds or 10 rounds or whatever it was. Some of us thought he wouldn't even get hit by Conor McGregor. Some of us thought that anyway.
They call him Money Marweather.
10-6, 66, 8-4-52. Back in the middle, Fremantle. Can they keep coming? When will their will disappear? Collier goes towards Bellchambers, marks it on his knees. Back to Merritt, runs to centre half. Driving ball, magnificent Zach Merritt. Kicks his third. That's the best of the day. It is a Chisholm and game and goal of the day. Oh, that is a quick strike dagger through the heart of the Fremantle Dockers there.
That's what good sides do.
Yeah, well, just on cue, they've started to win a couple of clearances. They won the last 2, and there's no better scoring opportunity than the centre clearance. And Bellchambers, you called it, Del, straight back onto the ground. He's had an impact straight away, the big fella, and that handball to Merritt. Gee, that's good play.
He's been good, Bellchambers.
11-6-72, 8-4-52, 16 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter, third quarter, I should say, for the Australian Diamond Company.
Well, back to Freo now. They had a bit of momentum, and Essendon have just gone bang.
Ballantyne's kick.
Oh, shocker.
Bennell's lack of a chase and tackle on that kick weren't flash either. They're playing one man short with Harley Bennell out there today. He's actually just come off onto interchange.
Brent Anderson for poweryourbusiness.com.au.
If I was Ross, I'd come down and say, shower up, young fella. Bellchambers came through. Hocking, good work. Zachy Merritt, free kick.
Throw.
Incorrect disposal by Hocking. So the free kick will go to the Dockers. I think it's Subin who's got it. It is. Plays on now. Johnson, you run into traffic, young fella. Holding the ball. Umpire.
Yeah, they've lifted the
What is happening here today? These umpires on both ways are honestly, I don't want to say it, but they breatho the umpires before the game.
Did he get a handball?
I reckon he was unsighted to the umpire and he didn't want to guess.
He did. He got a hand to it in his defence. So he did. He got a little bit.
On.
No, he did.
It wasn't a handball. Bellchambers gets it down. Coming through there was Watson. He'll get it now. Good. Over the top of McGrath. Tipham Woody got a little bit of space. Needs to come back into traffic. Does. Goes on the left. Good. Beautiful kick. He finds Bellchambers, who's been outstanding. Drives it inside 50. Up they fly. Stewart on the ground. He gets another one. He's got 3. Oh, and he high fives everyone in the crowd.
Belcho.
Oh, Stewart, well done, young fella. They got their 12th, 12-6, 78, 3-0, 8-4, 52. Chisholm and game and goal of the day.
3 goals in 3 minutes, Spudge.
Oh, how good was the kick from Tipham Woody to Bellchambers?
Yeah.
Dell called, they need him back on the ground, and as soon as John Worsfold heard the call from Del Santo, he flipped him in. They've had 3 centre clearances, 3 goals. Just about put the game beyond reproach now. Just the work rate of the Bombers now. You'd think the mental sort of anguish that they had 5 minutes ago has dissipated a hell of a lot.
Well, you look at Tip and Woody's work rate, and he's a small forward. It's a very unrewarding position at times, but his ability to stay involved in that passage of play, shrugs at tackle, gets it back into a dangerous position, being the ball. Special things happen.
Gee, Watson farmed it out from ground level magnificently. Johnson got to get around Zaharakis. Outstanding tackle from the Bomber. Squares the footy. Half forward for Essendon will have the ball up.
It's not holding the ball because he didn't have it.
No, he didn't have it. I don't know what they're worried about.
Well, you may as well appeal. You might get it.
Well, that likewise would be happening at Subiaco if the boot was on the other foot. So the go Bombers.
Oh, no.
Here goes Merritt. 49. Oh, Merritt, you are magnificent.
What a go.
From Watson.
That's his fourth. He is absolutely exquisite. Hand to boot and executing the skill of the game that we love the most, the kick. And that was beautiful from Zach Merritt. He's kicked 4. They have kicked 4 goals here in about 3.5 minutes. The Bombers.
And the bit that I've loved, Andy, they all got around Merritt. Obviously, the goal kicker finished it off, but they all went to Watson as well. They realised who did the work. Bellchambers tapped down
the tap to
Watson.
Bellchambers over the top was just exquisite, Del.
The players are well aware, the Essendon players are well aware of the influence that Jobe Watson is having inside the contest. His hands were superb. And it's just the little things. It's putting it out in front of Zach Merritt.
Is that 8 clearances,
he's been
Jobe
huge.
Watson?
He's been huge.
Awesome.
Wound back the clock, Joby.
Griffin and Bellchambers. Griffin, he tried to get it, but got it to Neil. Now they're away, Freo. They're not done with yet. Over to Hill. Hill's outside 50. He kicks these for breakfast. Has a shot. Doesn't quite get the full leg. Taberner goes back and hits his hand, then hits the post. One behind is the result. 53 plays 84 in favour of the Bombers on the Science Store scoreboard.
Ballantyne's turnovers now proved costly. 4 goals in 4 minutes since that turnover from Ballantine.
Just when challenged, weren't they?
Yeah, well, they had Hill on the burst.
Yep.
And he ignored him and thought, no, I'll just squeeze one in to a 4-on-1.
Yeah, he should have gone back and had a shot.
The 4-on-1 from Ballantine was just a real pumpkin head of a kick.
Well, the Freo defenders have gone one-on-one, so Ross Lyons recognised that the spare defender's not working. We'll just beat them, we'll try and beat them, man on man.
Parrish gets it out to the run provided by Goddard, keeps it in front of him. Hamling does well, cuts that off, then handballs it to a teammate under all sorts of pressure. Will have a ball up in the centre square, Fremantle side of the circles.
When they got it back to 10 points, that was the absolute cattle prod that Essendon needed. They've just turned it onto another gear now.
Mundy got it forward, then the Bombers got the Lucy. It ends up with Zaharakis Stewart, who's kicked 3 brilliant goals today. None of them from marks, all from crumbing goals. The ball used to Collier was very good, 65 out, pokes it into the pocket, looking for Myers, stands up, takes a good strong mark.
Yeah, really good mark it was, because he's actually camped under the ball for a long time and just protected the drop zone beautifully. This is what Bennell should have done 5 minutes ago.
Watson comes off, have a listen to this. It's been an outstanding response from Essendon when they really looked like they might have been about to be seriously challenged with everything on the line, pressure building. They have exploded in life. He's missed it. No, it's coming back. Myers, hits the post. Started it with an unusual ball flight right to left, and it's just supposed 3/4 of the way up behind on the board. 13.785, 8.553. 22 and a quarter gone, air conditioning warehouse sales clock.
I think Myers would be a good frisbee player. Yeah, they do go sideways. Mundy, good work at the centre. I missed the handball though. Oh, beautiful tap by Goddard to Heppel to Zaharakis. Zaharakis inside though, Hocking. Beautiful play, Bob Rose. And Heath Hocking will go back and have a shot. He'll kick right on 50.
Blood in the water now, boys.
And he's about to extend this lead out. He was a late call up for Carl Hooker, who's got calf tightness. Hocking on the favoured left. Black boots, traditional.
Maybe kicks his.
Comes in. Oh, he got it. He got it! That's a ripping goal! And the Bombers have got 14. They're 14.791. Look at him get around him. 8.553 Fremantle. Lights out here for the Dockers. And this might get ugly, Spud.
Well, it will, because since that Ballantine turnover, the last 7 minutes, they've had 24 disposals. They've gone in 5 times for 5 goals won. They've won the contested ball, the clearances 5-2. They have just blown them away in 6 minutes of footy, the Bombers.
Dallin Spud for Jin Hang.
That's a smacking. 5 inside 50s for 5-1.
Smacking.
So how
do you go 5?
They go in and out. Just goes in and out quickly.
Back in the middle of the ground, Bell Chambers, since he
Wouldn't
came...
it be 6 inside 50?
Well, I think they kicked a point but didn't go outside the 50.
Since he came back onto the ground...
Fremantle kicked in and it never went outside the 50. You understand that?
I've never seen that before.
Headball.
Yeah.
To Bagley.
I'm learning everything.
Bagley has a bounce into the middle of Etihad. He goes on the 45 to Stewart. It doesn't get there. Neil takes the mark. Handballs it to Brad Hill. Hits the ground and runs. Goes out looking for Bennell, who stands his ground. Did well. Bagley lost his feet. Bennell didn't lose.
But that's the difference. He gets up slow, so he's just so unmatched fit at the moment.
Needs 4 months of summer. A big pre-season.
Wants someone to come at him. Hughes is the man. It was a poor kick again. Dangerous kick. Ryan wrapped up by Watson. Watson just says, give me the footy. He didn't wait for the umpire's whistle. Ripped it away from Ryan, gave it to Laverde. Laverde goes looking for McDonald. Tim and Woody misses him. Weller out the back. Has the sit. Get rid of it. Mack is on the way. Gatcha. Across the ground he goes. Finds Tucker to Bennell. Down the line to Mundy. Mundy gives it back to Tucker. Tucker on the left. Goes in towards full forward. Taberner. Off hands Ballantyne. Should kick it. Eddie does kick it. Nice crumbing work from Hayden Ballantyne. He kicks his first. And Fremantle.
That was a little bit somber.
That wasn't
thought he's popular, isn't he?
9-5-59 Fremantle. Apologies to all our friends over in WA.
And Hayden Ballantyne's family.
14-7-91 Essendon. This quarter for the Australian Diamond Company. 25 minutes gone.
It's just it's against the flow. Just getting back to Joe Watson, those 5 goals, he had an impact in 3 of them from centre clearances. So you can talk about on the outside of the game, but what a great career he's had, Joe Watson. And isn't it great to see them now? We can tick it off and say they're going to play finals in his last year.
So there's no chance for Freo, Spud?
32 points the margin.
We've got a call as we see it. They're in the game. No, they've got a fork in it.
Yeah, it looks a bit hard. Or it could be too high there, and it is
nearly getting overcooked now.
In fact, is it Crozier? No, it is Crozier. Got it. Goes on the left. Drives it inside, attacking 50. 2-on-2. Oh, going back. Should have been taking the mark there. The young fella, Collins, didn't take it. Now Bennell gets around 1. Gets around 2. And misses to the right. He's got some tricks, the young kid. We know that. We know he can play. He just needs game time. 1 behind. 91 plays 60. That's on the Sites and Store scoreboard.
Goddard to himself, just so he gets the little number.
Unusual.
Drives it outside defensive 50. Danaher. Hamling has been very good in that contest today. Subin bangs it back inside forward 50. Up with the one hand. Can't take the mark. Kelly. Out the back to Hartley to Bagley. He goes further back to Gleeson. To Merritt, getting back and helping out. Always keen to find Danaher. Everybody fell over. Collier wrapped up by Ryan. And the handball went looking for Zaharakis. Missed him out of bounds by the throw in.
But watching Hamlin today, it shows the significant loss that the Western Bulldogs have had, and maybe a little bit of an explanation about their backline this year.
No, there's no doubting that, Del. It was one of the hidden, not secrets, but the Bulldogs have just been smashed by tall forwards this year.
Chambers threw it out.
Get rid of that.
Just threw the footy out behind him. The umpire said, that'll do.
No, that's okay. You can throw it.
Well, we like the ball out in open play. Whatever it takes. Neil somehow got it to Subin. Ball up and under no 15. Griffin does well. Gets about 10 metres with the hit out the back. Cox, Sheridan, Suckley pushes it back.
He's done. He dragged that in.
He did in the end.
And that's a perfect decision for the umpire.
Around the ground, some McGregor portables. Bangladesh 3 for 43. Pat Cummins has got all 3 wickets. 3 for 17.
He's just warming up for the Poms.
Cool. So much for a spinning deck.
I'd like to see him just put a bit of chin music nice and early.
Nothing wrong with that. Zachy Merritt, he'll go backwards. And just working it out through Gleeson. He'll hook it out even further. And the Bombers have been able to spread players all day really, really well to Hartley. And Zaharakis, he gets involved out to Bagley. And they've moved it
just a bit easy there.
They've worked out the Fremantle just dropped off. So any free target, why wouldn't you hit? Just hit him up.
Gleeson, and Goddard's loose over the top, and they'll go to him now. Goddard's had plenty.
26, coming up for 26.
And 18 kicks. He's had not a lot of pressure on him, but you can only do what you can do. He's been terrific.
Go at him. All right, he goes in short now. McGrath.
Hasn't this kid had an outstanding year, McGrath?
He just about wins it, doesn't he?
Should.
Yep.
Well,
long up the line to Danaher. Good mark. He plays on. He wheels on the left. He sells a little bit. Then goes long. Drives it. Tippin Woody! Oh, he didn't take it. He fumbled. Could have been a free kick. Umpire says no. Heppel wrapped up in the tackle. Good work. Coming through was Tippin Woody again for a second and third effort.
No.
Don't pay
Free
it.
kick against Sutcliffe for deliberate out of bounds is nothing short of
What does the
questionable.
umpire expect him to do? I mean,
Collier goes in short. Heppel comes up. Beautiful kick and mark. And Heppel's marked 30 out, 4 steps inside the boundary line. Andy Marr shakes his head in disgust and says, why? Why?
well, what does the umpire
Why?
expect him to do in that instant?
Keep it in.
Well, he knocked it along the line. No, it doesn't matter.
And the umpiring has been questionable at best. But not one side or the other, it's been questionable. Heppel goes out onto his left and misses to the right. He's a favourite here amongst the Bombers. They move on to 14.892. Fremantle 9.660 on the sides and stall scoreboard.
Indeed. Short ball comes in to Stephen Hill. That could have been close to 50 against Laverde. They pick and choose that one, the umpies. He drives it out long to the outer side of the ground, but standing up and taking a good mark was Stewart. Oh, the kick to Merritt. Got there just in the nick of time.
Goddard's got fleas.
Well, it's been easy for him. Have a look at this. Collier, 50 metres of space on his own. Plays on straight away. McDonald, Tippin Woody, or just a fingertip to it. Outstanding defence by the Dockers. That was from Ryan again. Tippin Woody wrapped up. Bombers sweating on this ball coming out. They want it. Subin takes on the tackler. Gives it to Stephen Hill. 5 quickly to Near. Went one way then the other. Stepped out of the Bagley tackle. Hill wrapped up by Zaharakis. He's looked at his work rate in the second quarter, the second half, and wins the free kick.
It started from Tippin Woody, guys.
Non-controlling umpires found that one.
I know that Zaharakis got the last tackle, but the pressure he puts on Tippin Woody, it's just referred pressure in the end, and it just forced that extra possession.
Zaharakis, beautiful looking ball into Stewart.
Yeah, well, he leads well,
Begley.
Stewart.
Begley, Stewart. Laverde. Get it
is.
eventually.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
Really good lead.
They all do. They look the same.
They do. Laverde and Stewart, very
and
similar.
Begley as well, yeah.
Begley, yeah.
We just look at some of the numbers for the Bombers in regards to getting the football thanks to Dodo. Merritt's up to 28, 19 of them kicks. Goddard up to 27, 19 of them kicks.
He's a good kick, Laverde.
So he kicked the first one to spark the onslaught. Can he finish the third term with his second? Oh, that's a shot. He's missed everything from 35 out directly in front.
Yeah.
After you gave him a little pump up.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rossi Lyon walking out to his troops. He would have been happy at half time, but yeah, it's been a long,
even
long
halfway
month.
through that,
Oh,
they
yeah.
got to 10 points.
Yeah, well,
it
it's
was
the
eight.
Valentine
It was eight.
turnover.
Yeah,
The
Sherry.
Valentine turnover was
The Bennell,
costly.
and the Bennell short kick as well.
Rossi's flat as a pancake.
Sheridan kicks a goal at the 12-minute mark, makes it 8 points the difference, and they're coming to kick 3 of the 4 goals. Was all Essendon
Is
after
Chris
that.
Bonder Jr. Jason Dunster with that scone of his?
Is the neck
Yeah,
disappearing a
no,
little
it's
bit?
not, but it's
Give it
bulbous.
time.
It's bulbous like.
Gee, it is very bright.
It's bulbous.
It really is.
Have a
In
look
fact,
at
if we
it.
turned the lights off here,
Yeah.
and we had Dunstall at one end
Yeah,
and Bond at the other, we could keep playing. I reckon.
He's got that.
This has got nothing to do with Oxton. This is Andy Marr.
Sorry
and
about Essendon supporters,
Spud.
but Essendon side have been really good today.
14.892, 9.660. They lead by 32 at three-quarter time. Finals are yours, Essendon. After the break, all numbers for Dodo. We'll look at our Tyre Power Player of the Day. This is 11.16 SEN Footy for Toyota's Good for Footy program, Subway, Boost and Energy Australia.